Stuck at 40% for 20 years. Combat vet gets a plan. Real VBE sales call.
Questions, let's get to them right off the rip. If you don't, I can kind of lay it all out for you, give you an overview, and go from there. So how would you like to proceed? Good. Okay. Okay. Great. So what questions do you have? The other conditions? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely it does. Okay. So thank you for that. Yeah, let's get into it then. The reason I can't help you with some of those is we're telehealth only. So telehealth is pretty convenient. You don't have to travel to work with us, but you'll never be in the same room as my doctor, right? So I mean, there's no laying on of hands. Okay, yeah. So now, back it up a little bit. You shouldn't lose focus on those that I can't help you with. I mean, that's your claim. That's your your health and what you're owed. I just can't help you with them. Correct. Yeah. And then what you're hunting for when you're going a different avenue is a nexus. So are you aware of what a nexus is and how to get one? Correct. Yep. Correct. Okay. Yeah, you're obviously on the ball here, so you understand this perfectly. So I'll circle back to your neck here at the end, but let's talk about what VBE can do for you if we're a good fit or not. Okay. So like I said, we're telehealth only, and how it works is this. I'm about to send you another email. This email has a link to our webpage. So if you decide to go forward with us for help on some of these, then you would click on that link. You would put the medical evidence you want to work on in your shopping cart, and then you would check out. So it's online shopping, just like you were buying something off Amazon. Once you complete checkout, you're presented with a calendar, so you can schedule your time with my doctor at a time that's convenient for you. And it's going to be either a phone call or a video call. I mean, you can do it from anywhere as long as you can talk in private. And then once that's done, my doctor takes about 3 to 5 business days to write you your evidence package. So plan on about a week. And then he delivers that to you, and then you submit that to the VA, however you typically submit claims. Yeah, too easy, real straightforward. That whole time, I'm your single point of contact. So if you have questions, you just hit me up, right? You can text me, email me, either one, both work. I'll answer any questions you got. Absolutely. Yes, 100% yes. So we're just a tool in your toolbox. So, anytime you need something, you go to Amazon, right? Same thing here. If you need a Nexus letter, you come to us. If we can help you because it's limited to telehealth, then yeah, you put it in your cart, you check out. You're going to have an account on our website. That account includes a secure folder. So if you need to upload any medical evidence for us to reference before we write you the Nexus letter, that's where you would. Holy cow, yeah. Holy cow. They will not be messing with that dog. Holy cow. Oh, he sounds big, man. Okay, wow. Yeah, I've got 2 little dogs, and they think they're big. So the dachshund, probably the same thing, right? He thinks he's a big dog. Yeah, that checks out. Okay, yeah, it caught me off guard there. It was so loud. Holy cow. All right, glad you're okay. You got an alarm system there built in. Of course, my dogs, if like somebody walks in, they're just going to lick them to death. Right. But if a squirrel runs across the yard, they're all about it. Right. They're holy terrors. But if it's, a stranger walking in, yeah, they'll just. Yeah. Okay. All right. Back on topic. Yeah. So you absolutely can a la carte it. That is, so I have multiple vets that come, round 1, round 2, round 3, because they are building their claim in a methodical manner. There is an order of some of these things where you've got to get A before you can get B, and there's also financial considerations to take into account. So absolutely you can do it that way. Okay. Yeah. So out the gate, what do you want to work on, I guess? You thinking migraines or you thinking something else? Okay. Yeah, take your time. The link that I sent you to our website doesn't expire. It's like if I were to send you the link to Amazon.com. Got it. Got it. So I will send you the intake form. The reason I was asking is because we do screen you before you pay, right? We want to make sure that you have a credible claim. We want to make sure that we can actually write you credible medical evidence before we take your money. All right, so I'm going to send you a couple of screeners here, and those will be separate emails. So you're probably going to get about 4 emails from me before lunch. So the GERD and the migraines, you don't need anything outside of what we can provide you. So if you have something that supports the GERD claim, if you have been seen or treated like you've got gabapentin or something for your migraines, if you've got that, you can upload that to your folder, and we will reference that. But like I bought this same package for my migraines claim. I had 0 medical evidence, man. I had taken Excedrin for 30 years before I filed my claim. So I never went to sick call when I was in the Air Force. I never saw my civilian doctor for headaches. I just took Excedrin, trucked on. So I had to buy the same package you're able to buy. Now I got it from a different company and it cost me $6,000, but that's another story, right? Here it's $847. So, but if you're looking to do those 2 claims, what you get from us is a fully developed claim for both of those. Those are okay, cool. Okay, so that's, all right, just keep me posted as you go. I'm here for you. I'm your single point of contact. If you have questions, just text me or email me, okay? Okay, so that's VBE. Now pivoting. I've been doing this for 6 years. There's a lot of veterans that have like neck or shoulder or knee or feet kind of issues. Ortho, right? I call them ortho. So VBE can't really help you with ortho. But I've developed some templates that help veterans that are in a situation similar to yours. And you may not be a perfect fit for the templates I developed, but what they contain is it's a one sheet. I call it a one sheet. You take it to your doctor. It explains to him, hey, you're doing your patriotic duty. You're helping a disabled vet. There is no legal exposure for you. This won't get you tangled up with the Board of Veteran Appeals, legal system at the VA. It won't tangle you up with your insurance. The veteran is willing to pay cash for you, or credit, straight up, outside of insurance, for you to write this Nexus letter. And so this one sheet, kind of, you take it to the doctor, it explains everything to them. Because a lot of the times, doctors in your neighborhood, don't want to get tangled up with the VA. And I don't blame them, right? They're running a business. They've got enough to worry about without tangling with the VA. So that's generally why they shut you down automatically. So this one sheet kind of addresses that aspect. Then you want to make sure, since this isn't their primary business, you want to make sure they do it correctly. So the template contains a filled out example for them to reference, and then it gives them a blank sheet to fill out for you. All right, so it's all included in there. And then, so I sell those for $19. If that's something that I sell those for $19 each. So I sent you the link to vetnexusguide.com. That's my website, vetnexusguide.com. I sent you that link. If that's something you're interested in pursuing, specific for your knee, that's separate from VBE completely. It's something I developed. So if that's a good fit for you, take a look at it. The website itself is full of education information. The templates are just kind of a side gig there attached to it. So if that's something that suits you, check them out. If not, at least there's some educational resources on there that may be of value to you. Okay, so that's that. And then, so the 4 emails you'll get from me. Let's just recap. One is the link to the website. That kicks off the whole thing. The 2 of those are going to be screeners for GERD and headaches. We're going to, like I said, screen you first for those. And then the 4th one is just a resources link bundle email where, some veterans need additional resources. So I sent you that kind of just a templatized email. Has 5 or 6 different resources in there. One of them being my website. The rest of them you may not even find any value in at all, but I sent you the whole email. Yeah, let me change that. I've already fired off those other ones, but I can certainly change this and refire them. Go ahead. B is in boy. And you want it to replace your AOL. I'm sure if you've had it since AOL was a thing, it's probably just a total dumpster fire. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'll endeavor to resend those to you at that new email. No problem. I understand. Okay. Any other questions before we end? Sure. I mean, you pay up front and we screen you. Yeah. So, yeah. So there is no guarantee. I mean, if you're looking for a guarantee, there's just too many factors outside of our control that we can't offer any kind of guarantee. That's why we screen you first. We're basically bouncing your claim against the CFR. So the CFR is the Code of Federal Regulations. That's the rule book at the VA. So if it passes muster on those two screening criteria, we'll take your money. We'll help you. If it doesn't, we'll tell you up front, hey, Cedric, sorry, we can't help you with this because X, Y, Z, and lay it all out for you. So yeah, I mean, that is the catch. I mean, we screen you first, and we take the money up front, and there's no guarantee. Yeah, I'd do that every 2 months if I could. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. I did the same because I had just had, I had zero medical evidence, man. So I bought all my evidence too. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's surprising. I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's it. The VA does seem like a brick wall, right? There are doors. You just got to find them. So if you don't know there's doors, you're just banging your head against a brick wall. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So everybody in my role at this company is a disabled vet. Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, you're in a good spot here. I made a mistake out the gate. I went with one of those companies that takes percentage of your increase for 12 months. They got half of my pay for 12 months. And then I went to work for them. So I just compounded the error. Doubled down on it. So I learned a lot, but their method of making money just wasn't ethically jiving with me. So I had to leave there. I like this much better. It's transparent. It's right up front. It's a much easier. Yeah, exactly. All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Thank you for the time today. Have a good weekend. Sounds good. All right, man. Take care. So that veteran is been battling with the VA since 2008. It is now 2026. He is a combat veteran. He should be at 100%. No doubt in my mind. He went about it kind of the wrong way, frankly. He just threw a whole bunch of stuff at the VA and let them decide whatever was right, instead of kind of advocating for his own disabilities. So now he's seeing some of these other vets that he served with surpassing him once they decide to file the claim, because the VA is a little bit more transparent now as far as the process goes. A little bit not easier. It's still VA, but it's a little bit more of a vet-friendly approach that they have. So now he's kind of gathered himself again, ready to go again, and he's got 5 or 6 50% claims. I mean, he could, and he's willing to do all 5 or 6, 5. So he's going to go to 100. Right now he's been stuck at 40% for almost 20 years. Where, I mean, he should have been rated 100% right out the gate. He just got railroaded. So he's in a really good spot here. We'll get him taken care of. It's going to cost him $2,000 or $3,000 to do it, maybe $4,000. I don't know. But that's an investment he'll recoup in a couple of months. The back paycheck will cover that. So he understands the game now as it's played. He's got some medical evidence that supports his claims. We can write him the rest. So it's never too late, guys. I mean, I had 29 years. 30 years between my service and my claim. This guy has, been stuck at 40% for almost 20 years. So, and he'll get there. All right. On to the next one.